site at warn-usa.com or danaglennsmith.com. I have ads on all those. Just simply click on the ads and it'll take you to where you can look at the book. And some of the links will take you to our bookstore, and then you click on that and you'll be able to get clear through to where it is and where you can pick it up. So don't forget to check out The Rising by Dana Glenn Smith. Read it, leave a comment. You can send me the comment on our websites through our contact page. But we look to get this into the hands of as many patriots and others as we can, and people who enjoy this. And make no mistake, this is gut churning, this is excitement, but you're going to find some good times too, because Mac happens to like to go fishing and hunting. He likes the mountains, and they also, Mac has plenty of money because of the way he worked before, and so this thing has everything in it. So check it out, The Rising by Dana Glenn Smith, a Christian fiction thriller. Pass it on to your friends. So check it out. Now, Tower, we're going to be doing Global Christian Relief, and they're a good organization.
Yes, they are.
And this is about North Korea. And, you know, I mean, we can look at America and what's happening here, and you can kind of think, you know, or compare your situation with them. But nobody can really compare themselves to North Korea. It is so tough, so closed. So at any rate, we get a lot of these various organizations writing us, and, you know, they send us these things on a regular basis. And
I think North Korea's got to be the worst country out there.
Yeah, I do too. I think it is. North Korea has once again made national news with reports focused on the authoritarian nation's nuclear capabilities and recent missile tests. But there's another important topic that the mainstream media doesn't want to talk about: the plight of North Korean Christians.
Yeah.
And we've talked about North Korea for a long, long time. And it's a closed country. They have they estimate it, nobody knows for sure, 400,000 believers. And when it says they live secret lives of faith, you better believe that's what they do. They don't even let their kids know. It is that dangerous. And following Jesus is a criminal act. Now, it can cost them their life. It can cost their whole family, everybody to be put in prison for life. And that's the way it is. And it's the devil. You know, that's the devil's nation, but there's Christians there. And it's just unbelievable, you know, how this country operates with that kind of a thing. And, you know, China is about like that, but not quite. So when they're trying to get out of there, they go to one place, usually South Korea. And they can escape religious persecution. They can escape the food scarcity in North Korea. They can escape the government misinformation and brainwashing because they report their own news, but they don't tell you the truth. And of course, anytime you flee North Korea, it is dangerous, it's tough, and of course, if they're caught, they're returned to North Korea in hard labor or torture, and even death. Now, the reason that they brought this up is to give you a look at North Korea, but to tell you about a North Korean refugee by the name of Jung Hee. That is a fake name, an alias. And alongside her aging mother and father, they began the 3,000-mile journey to freedom, passing through icy cold rivers and treacherous mountain passes. I was afraid of being caught, she recalls. It was really scary. And once this brave little family arrived in South Korea, they ran into a community of Christians who helped get them established. And for the first time, she held a Bible in her hands.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I can't even remember the first time I held a Bible.
I was young.
And being in America, it's hard to believe that people are out there that are like that. There are people like that.
Don't have access to a Bible.
Yeah. So when you assist someone like Jung Hee, you're helping to grow the church in East Asia. And she explained why she chooses to share the gospel with her fellow North Koreans. She says, there are people who don't know God, and I want to let them know. So the reason I'm reading this story is I would like you to go to globalchristianrelief.org. That's globalchristianrelief.org and donate to help these persecuted Christians, these Christians like Jung Hee, and every donation helps. And I've seen them actually want to go back into North Korea.
Yes.
And they want to take Bibles back to their fellow Christians. And these people are willing to risk it all. And so as we're in here in America that is unstable, we have division, we hate, we have millions of illegals that are not Americans, that don't know what it's like to be a true American. But the America that is true, the America that as it once was, is gone now. I was told many, many years ago that America, as I knew it, would cease to exist. I would know it. I would see it. And I can truthfully tell you, the America that I know it, or Tower knows it, or many of our age who knew the America, it's gone. It's replaced by division and hatred, lust, sin, and many other things.
A terrible tragedy.
Yeah. And what we want to do is restore America, not see it destroyed. So we're appealing to the Lord and praying to Him to heal and restore America. But yet I have warned for many, many years in detail about judgment coming to America. And one day it's going to hit. We just pray that God will grant us grace and help us to restore it for a while.
Yes, amen.
So with that, don't forget globalchristianrelief.org and donate something to help these persecuted Christians. And Global Christian Relief has a lot of different options, a lot of different people they're helping. But this is about Jung Hee, a North Korean Christian and her family, who is now in South Korea, and they're going to need help. So we need to give to help her. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
This story is attacks against American churches doubled. There were 432 hostile acts against Christians in the U.S. in 2023, a new report claims. Anti-Christian hatred is accelerating in the United States, according to a Christian nonprofit that has tracked violence against U.S. churches since 2018. The Washington, D.C.-based Family Research Council released its annual hostility against against churches report this week, finding that there were 436 hostile incidents against churches in 2023. This is more than double the number tracked in 2022 and more than 8 times as many as the group found in 2018. The group said it used publicly available data to track 915 acts of hostility against churches over the past 6 years. Most of the incidents were acts of vandalism. The report also found gun-related incidents, arson and bomb threats used against churches. From January 2018 to November 2023, there were at least 709 occurrences of vandalism, 135 arson attacks or attempts, 22 gun-related incidents, 32 bomb threats, and 61 other incidents, assaults, threats, interruption of worship service, etc. In 39 cases, multiple sorts of hostility occurred, vandalism and arson, the report states. Anti-Christian hostility reaching unprecedented levels in culture, government under Biden, observers warn. And this story comes to us from Fox News, and if you'd like to read more on the story, you can go to foxnews.com and read attacks against churches doubled in 2023, report warn. This, Dana, I would have never imagined anything like this would ever happen in the United States.
I know. But, we've talked about it a little bit, and we've noticed it, but there's a lot of stuff you don't see. And today, with the hatred, especially towards Christians here, and we knew the way America was going, it would be here sooner or later. And, this is not going to be the end of it either.
Nope.
These attacks and this division in America is not going away. Not unless America truly repents. But we have a lot of pride, a lot of wickedness, and we have a lot of murderers here, thieves. We have a lot of people that are coming across the border that aren't nice. They're not Christians. They're murderers. They're thieves. They're thugs. And they're wicked. And so, the unfortunate thing of it is, the innocent American is the one that's going to lose out.
That's right.
So the next one up is Nigeria. Terrorists kill Christians, which is not unusual. But over 3 days, and if we go back into February, the 16th through the 19th, Islamist terrorists killed 23 Christians, injured 10, kidnapped 5, and set 28 houses ablaze across multiple villages. Now, locals are unsure if the attacks were coordinated by the same perpetrators or separate incidents. They invaded the Qasam community in Kara County of Benue State, which there's a lot of stuff that happens in Benue, Benue, and they burned 6 people alive and kidnapped 5 others, including a well-known banker. Then in the early morning of February 18th, suspected Islamic terrorists killed 11 Christians, burned down 28 houses in the Adama Dutsi village in Kaduna State. You'll hear a lot about Kaduna State as well. Mm-hmm. Villagers who confirmed the attack said the attackers were on many motorcycles, shouted, "Allah Akbar, God is greatest." Now you see, I've explained in times past how all these people are getting killed. These people live in simple villages, mud huts. Many of them don't even have a regular roof. They have a thatched roof. Some of them may live in thatched houses. But the thing of it is, I explained that they've got not just motorcycles. They'll have one ride driving, and they will also have the ability